Welcome once again to Speakeasy. I am still Paul F. Tompkins. And our guest today, you're gonna lose your mind. Ladies and gentlemen, mostly ladies, if we're honest, Mr. Nathan Fillion. Nathan, hello. Cheers, and thank you for being here.
Hello, Paul F. Tompkins. Hello, ladies.
Oh!
Whoa! No, he didn't. What is this we're drinking again? What is it called?
This is called a Fair and Warmer.
A Fair and Warmer.
Yes. This is a rum-based drink.
I like the rums. I do like rum. There's certain kind of alcohols that don't, like a Scotch is wasted on me. It just burns me all the way down. I might as well be drinking kerosene.
It tastes like Band-Aids.
What?
It tastes like Band-Aids. The more expensive the Scotch, the more it tastes like Band-Aids. You are a very well-liked man. You have a very fervent fan base.
My perceived utility is that of a nice guy.
You spent some time in soaps earlier in your career. Was there a similar vibe between the sort of fans of like the sci-fi stuff you've done and the soap fans?
I'll say that there's a level of investment with soap and sci-fi that rival each other. With the soap fans, you spend an hour in their living room every day. Yeah. So there's a New York brand of person who's not afraid to walk up to someone and say, "You're killing your mother.
Yeah.
She's dying inside."
Do you ever miss soaps? Do you ever miss? Yeah,
absolutely. It's such a proving ground. If you can do a soap, the amount of work you have to do every day.
Stuff changes all the time, right?
Your facilities have to be in order to just take on the massive amount of work you have to do.
Yeah.
Never mind, it's not the best script every single day. So you got to take what you have and make it great.
Yeah.
And I watch soap operas, you can see them doing that. You can see them, that was a terrible line, but boy, she made it sing. I learned something very important on my second year on One Life to Live, taught to me by Michael Knight. He called it the soap opera take. When someone says something to you and you're not, even if it's a question, with my sister? Like you have to answer, but it's no answer, it's a slow close. You got to say nothing while they come in, the music vamps up, you feel very awkward. He said, do these three faces. The first face is, did I leave the stove on? Second face, I did leave the stove on. Third face, no, I turned the stove off. And it'll work for any scene.
If they were to make Firefly again, would you?
What'd you hear? What?
So you absolutely, if it were greenlit, we're going to do a full series this time, you would be on board for that?
Yeah, that was, a friend of mine told me when on One Life to Live, he said, you got to make a list of all the things you want to do on TV. I said, well, I've always wanted to shoot a gun, I wanted to get shot, I wanted to ride a horse, so I'm going to need a Western.
Right.
In the first episode of Firefly, I got to shoot a gun, get shot, ride a horse, and shoot a horse. So
wasn't even on your list.
I needed a whole new list. I got to do things there that you want to do as a child and you dream about doing. You have flying spaceships, being a good guy versus the bad guy. The lines were blurred. It was all about the people. It was not so much about the space and the spaceships and the technology, but it was about the people. And boy, I had a fun time, a great group, and I'll say probably the best work I've ever done. I think it's important for anyone to experience failure. And it's probably, actors, I'm sure it's not specific to just the entertainment industry, but I came up from to Los Angeles from New York, so I worked every day for 3 years to the day. Moved out to LA, did a couple of projects right off the bat, that Saving Private Ryan, I thought, I'm on my way, I'm gonna rocket to the top. And then I was unemployed for 11 months, and I auditioned 3 times a week minimum.
Right.
13 pages of an audition, just grinding it down and pouring my heart out 3 times a week minimum, never getting a job. At the end of it, you say, I've made a colossal error in judgment, just acting in general. I'm gonna go live in my parents' basement. And I think I think that was an important part of my career, actually. It was experiencing failure, paying my rent on credit, waiting for my tax return to come back so I could pay off my credit bill and maybe have enough to move back to New York if they take me back to the show.
Yeah.
We're very fortunate. When you experience some success, it's important, I think, to just kind of kick back and realize that you've done something great.
How do you explain to someone who's not in the field of acting, no, actually everything's fine? Just because I think people have it in their minds that if it's not global superstardom on the order of Tom Cruise or something like that,
Right.
That's what everybody's going
Yeah,
for.
why don't you do more movies with so-and-so?
Yeah,
I get that a lot. Why don't you? I'll get right on it.
Because there's a lot of scary times in an actor's career where it's that you become every job you think, well, that's the last time I'll ever work again.
I think about that constantly.
Yeah.
I think about I save my money, retirement funds. I think about that a lot. This can't last. This can't last. So enjoy it.
Nathan Fillion, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Paul.
This
for
has
having
been
me.
a pleasure. Cheers to you, sir.
And to you.
That has been Speakeasy. Please join us again next time when something else will happen. Please don't look into my...
Right. I got this one right.
Be sure to subscribe and tune in next week for the new girl's Max Greenfield. I promise you'll just adore him.